Katie Hunter from MMA UK. I'm here with Norbert Novenyi. Norbert, thank you for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
I'm really interested to get to do this interview. I last saw you fight live at Fight Star when you were an amateur.
Yeah.
So
That was
quite
a
a
long
few
time.
years ago now.
Yeah, well, it wasn't too long, but yeah, like 2 years, over 2 years now. Yeah,
Well, a lot can happen in 2 years, but
yeah.
let's go back to the start. Tell me, you must have been training from a young age because your dad's an Olympic gold medalist in wrestling. So he must have had you in the gym from a young age.
Yeah, so like he basically made me do a lot of sports. Like he was like, I don't really care what he's doing. I just want him to do some sports. I want him to be healthy I want him to enjoy what he's doing. But obviously he took me down to like wrestling clubs and stuff like that. But he opened his own gym in Hungary when I was like 11 or 10, and that's when I joined it. And then like there, I fell in love with the sport. Yeah, and that's since then I've been doing it like constantly. So yeah.
So when was it that you moved to the UK?
2014. So my mom moved out here before me, and I was like, I might have stayed in Hungary with my dad, obviously, but I'm like, it's not gonna be the same. If I like in the UK, MMA is way bigger. There's way more opportunity for me to become something great. So I was like,
Yeah.
I might as well do it. So my mom was here. I came out, and yeah, I'm very grateful that she came here and she looked after me. So yeah.
And did you join Shoot Fighters straight away?
Yeah, like I went to a few gyms, but like when you go into shoot fighters, the atmosphere is different, the vibe is different, and everything is just like a lot different to any other gyms. And to be fair, where I live, like now I can drive to the gym, so it's all right. But back then I was taking buses, so like it took me 2 hours to get to the gym, 2 hours to get home. So it took me
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 buses, and I did that. I remember I was 14, I did that every night, and I remember like. I left the gym at like 8 and I got like after 8 and I got home at like 11 and stuff like that. So, but yeah, worth it. Like if you go into London shoot, you get a feeling like there's something serious going on here. Yeah.
And were you still at school then, or were you
Yeah,
training
secondary.
full time?
I was in year 9. Yeah. Year
Oh
9.
my God.
Yeah.
You must have been shattered when you were at
Oh
school.
yeah, no, it was horrible. Yeah. I had like 6 hours sleep or 5. Yeah. And yeah, it was just not nice. But, you know, did it for a reason and, it kind of paid off, I think. So, yeah.
Yeah. And so what I find absolutely staggering is that you only had one pro fight before Bellator signed you. There was
Yeah.
obviously a lot of hype around you, like, your amateur career, there was always big hype around your fights, but you literally had one fight at UCMMA and
Yeah.
then you were signed for Bellator. That must have been mind-blowing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm very thankful to God or whoever running stuff here because yeah, I was very lucky. Like they did a show in Hungary, and they were like, "Listen," because I had kind of a name in Hungary because of my dad,
Yeah.
obviously, and I get called out for that anyway. But now I don't care really because like now I'm beating people up legit. So they can say because they were saying when I got signed, that they were like, "Oh, it's only because of his dad or whatever." In Hungary, not here, but always in Hungary. But now I
Yeah.
don't care. And I was very lucky. I got signed, and then I had a fight. I got one fight contract, and after that, like that was an amazing show as well. Because obviously, home country, whatever, loads of people. There was like 5,000 6,000 people, uh, and everyone was shouting my name and stuff like that. And yeah, and after the fight, I remember like my coaches and one of my teammates, David, and one very 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 good friend of mine, Miggy. He's like part of the team as well. We went out for food in Hungary, in Budapest, and they sat me down. They were like, "We got some good news for you. Just have some food first." So I'm started. They got me food and stuff, and they were like, "Well, Bellator wants to sign you." So imagine you're 18 and it's like, okay, cool. So you're gonna be on the big leagues now. So yeah, it was quite fun.
I mean, that's just mind-boggling, isn't it? Like to get the opportunity in your home country,
Yeah,
that's amazing anyway.
yeah,
And obviously the perfect start and perfect statement to make to
yeah,
Bellator. But then to find out that you've been signed,
yeah,
then you go on and beat an American in America and an
yeah,
Irishman in Dublin.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, it was fun.
How are you planning to top this?
Obviously it's greatness. That's what I can say. I want to get belts. I want to get my name like that. It's I think I could have made like so when I fought in the States, I was really ill, and I keep got like that was like the worst experience of my whole life because I had like
Wow.
30-degree temperature on fight day. Like I remember I started warming up, and then like 10 seconds into warm up, I was gassed out. I was like, I can't breathe. And I remember my teammate Alfie and my coach just walked away a little bit. They were like, just like they were obviously talking about me, but they didn't want me to hear it. And in my head,
Yeah.
just say to me because I know I'm not in a good shape. But luckily I could finish the fight. Obviously, I was still fleshy, like I still did like suplexes and the spinning elbows and stuff like that. And people still like this. People were still impressed, but I'm like, that wasn't me that fight. And the problem is that a lot of people, that I think more people seen that fight than my Dublin fight, which was absolutely mental. But yeah,
Do
it
you
kind of,
think was there a doubt in your mind that you were going to fight when you were that ill? Did you not think about pulling out?
I didn't want to pull out. I was like, I had to get a job. To be fair, I was working for a little because I between my Hungary fight and America fight, I didn't have a fight for a year, and I finished school, and obviously I need to have my mama and everything. So I was like, I needed to get a job, and I was teaching kids maths and English. Funny enough, because I'm not even English. But I'm like this is not for me. Like I hate it. So I really need to get that fight in so I can quit my job. So as soon as I finish my fight, I quit my job.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
like I have to get it done. So yeah, but yeah, no, it was a good experience as well. Like now I know that even when I'm in a bad shape, I can still pull through. So
Yeah. That
yeah,
must give you a lot of confidence that you can overcome adversity, not necessarily even opponent adversity, but like dig deep within yourself when you're feeling horrendous.
yeah. Well, to be honest with you, it kind of made me feel worse for my next fight because for the next fight, all I had in my head is like, so okay, last fight, like you kind of forget that you were ill. The only thing you have in your mind is like you got so tired, everything was hurting, like it was a bit like it's not a nice feeling, and that's the only thing in
Yeah.
your head. Like it's not that okay, I was ill. It's just like oh, so I was really like I ran out of like air in like 10 minutes, and yeah, we just not 10 minutes in like 10 seconds. And then you get ready for a big fight against Will, who's a pretty legit guy, and it's like shoot, like oh my god, like I said it after my interview as well. Like I was kind of I was really nervous coming up to the fight because my training wasn't as good as I wanted to be, and especially because of my head, because I wasn't there. But then obviously I picked up, and luckily I could put a performance of a lifetime. I'd say. Now obviously it's not my lifetime performance, but so
Well,
far,
so far,
yeah.
yeah. And what was it like to beat him where you did beat him in Dublin? You must have been so unpopular.
So when I walk out, because England is like my home, to be fair. So when I walk out, I've got two flags. I've got my Hungarian flag and my English flag. Like, be
Hmm.
like I yeah. So obviously we know that Irish doesn't really like the English. So as soon as I walked in, so even whoever you are, you get boost from them if you're not Irish. But
Yeah.
if you're English, you get even more boost. So I, I was in the main card, and so the stadium was already packed, and like 13,000 people, like they sold out 13,000 people. Everyone was booing, and in my head, the only thing in my head was like, okay, by the end of the fight, you're gonna be buying me drinks, and and to be honest, it felt like if I had to describe the feelings that you get from it, like so you go it. So imagine you go out and like the wind hits you, yeah, from your house. If you go out, that's what the energy is like. As soon as you walk out, like the energy hits you, and it feels like you've got like. So my walkout music is quite like it's from like King Arthur from Guy Ritchie. So it's quite like yeah, it's like quite a good song anyway, and you go and it feels like you got hundreds of Viking ships coming towards you, and you got two swords in your hand, and just like, all right, I'm gonna take on everyone. It's a great feeling. Like even now, I'm saying like, I'm getting goosebumps. Like during the fight, I was smiling, I was dancing. I don't know if you've seen it. I was
Yeah.
literally dancing at the end. Like a lot of people. I should have done it a bit differently. But I was dancing in my enemy's blood. That is just, yeah, it's an amazing thing, and my friend's parents were there, and I went out and to say hi to them, and like I say 2 minutes, like 100 people like just queued up to take pictures with me. It didn't even
Yeah.
happen in Hong. Like so, the Irish are just amazing. Like I want to go back to fight there, 100%. It was just brilliant. Yeah.
It is an amazing atmosphere there, and I think there's so few people who will ever have that feeling that you're talking about, and you described it so well there.
It's yeah, it's just like it's the problem is that like I'm trying to tell people how it feels, but you can't get it through. Like now, I'm not even joking as I'm saying it. Like my everything, like I've got goosebumps and everything. It's just such a great feeling, and that's why I'm a bit annoyed that I haven't had a fight since. Because all
I
I've been thinking,
know.
yeah, I'm just trying to live it back because like that's like the highest of the highs when you win
Yeah.
there.
So that was last September, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it must feel like ages, and obviously now there are no events on, and there's going to be some kind of backlog when they do resume. What are your thoughts on trying to get a fight again this year, even?
Well, yeah, I wanted to find they do a show again in Dublin in February. I wanted to be on that card, but they didn't put me on there. But all I
You'd
can do now
already
is
broken enough Irish hearts.
it's actually they're really nice. Like they keep like a lot of Irish people keep messaging me like when you're coming back, like I want to see you back here. And like as when I say a lot of like a couple hundred, I say. So it's amazing the love I got from them. So they really appreciate fighting. So
Yeah,
that's why I want to go back there because now I reckon it's going to be a different story. But yeah, now all I can do is just work my ass off and when it comes to fight, or when it comes to a fight, I'm like I'm going to be the best shape of my life and I'm just going to beat someone up. Yeah, that's all I can.
hopefully they'll reschedule a London card as well. It'd be great to have you on in London,
Yeah,
obviously.
100% close to home. But again, to be honest with you, I like traveling. I like it. Like, yeah, fighting abroad is just. Oh, it's really good to fight. Like I've been at the Wembley shows because obviously I'm there with my teammates and stuff, and they are great shows as well. But for some reason, I'm like, I'd rather go. Just take me everywhere else. Like I don't mind fighting in London, but just take me. Let me be Mr. Worldwide. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you signed to the global part of Bellator or the European part?
I think yeah. I think I don't know. I think it's just one Bellator. I don't know. I got signed before they started. I got signed to them before they started signing up all the European guys, though.
Okay.
Yeah, so I signed to them like I'd say like 2 months, 3 months before that, and that's when
Yeah.
it's really like okay, so we signed this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, and it's like so I don't really know. And a
Yeah.
lot of the European guys are from the UK and Ireland, right? And I'm
Yeah.
even though I train here, I don't know if they look at me as one of the UK guys, so it's a bit I
You
don't
want
know.
to play both sides, don't you, and get the best deal for yourself?
Yeah, 100%. And take me everywhere. I don't mind. I'll be from everywhere. I don't really have that problem.
So, what are the goals? As I said, you've had like the perfect start to your career. Just, every fight you're just exceeding expectations more and more and more. What are your plans for
Be
what's next for you?
that's right. It just be the greatest. That's my main goal. But and for every fighter is gonna say that. But I genuinely feel like since I was a kid, I'm like I'm gonna be a world champion without a doubt. Like I can't imagine myself doing anything else. Just be a world champion and hopefully my style and and everything else like my work ethic and stuff. I hope is going to take me there. But now my goal is just to have like as many fights in as possible. Obviously, what I don't want to do is I rush. The things and because I always say that and in my everyone's always like things to make, but I'm still a kid. Do you get what I mean? Like I'm still 20. I'm
Yeah,
still I'm still not there. So I want to take my time. Obviously, get a few fights in. Uh, and I don't know. It will be how it has to be. And just hopefully I can be part of the big plans, whatever it is. So yeah,
I'm excited. I'm excited to see whoever's next for you. Obviously, all of that's delayed by what's going on at the moment,
yeah,
and first and foremost is just tragic for anybody who's been directly or indirectly affected by the
yeah,
coronavirus.
100%. Especially to be honest with like the people that really feel the most is like are the people and like women and kids who like who go home and they get beaten up and domestic violence and that kind of stuff. And usually they have a school to go to, or work or whatever to get away. And now everyone has to, they all stuck in the house. So there's the people I really feel for, because like,
Yeah,
but unfortunately, hopefully everyone gets through it, healthy and sane, and then we go from there. So yeah,
yeah. So yeah, obviously it's far worse for them than
yeah.
anyone, but it's impacting everybody in some form or other. So how are you trying to keep a bit of normality in your life, and how are you managing to train?
I'm just, to be honest with you, I'm just trying to smash my body. Luckily, I've got enough like equipment at home and stuff like that. So, but I've been putting in the miles. Like I've been running so much, cycling so much. I've been doing. I've got other cardio machines. I'm just smashing myself, doing a lot of CrossFit actually. But yeah, I'm trying to get myself in a shape like I've never been in before. 'Cause that's all I can do now, really. So
Yeah.
I mean physically. But yeah, I'm just trying to train twice a day, um, and trying to smash my body. Like I don't think I probably had like one day off since the whole coronavirus started. Because I know that's all I can do, just smash my body, like work my ass off. That's all I can do. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
What about nutrition wise? Is it hard to stay on the straight and narrow when you're at home all day?
Yeah, to be fair, for me, I've got really bad sweet tooth, like really, really bad. Everything else I eat is fairly healthy and fairly clean. Not really clean to be fair, but I just eat so much sweet that is just like there's so much chocolate. Yeah, even
What's
now
your
thinking
guilty
about it,
pleasure?
but then chocolate, 100%, chocolate and pastry. Like that's pretty bad. Like the Easter bunny got me a lot of chocolate, and like 2 days were all gone. So yeah, it was all
Do
gone.
you have to cut a lot of weight?
That's a secret. That's a secret to talk about. Yeah, I look small. All I'm saying, I look smaller than I am. Like if you look at like that, for example, next to some of my teammates who are middleweight, or even to Will, like he
I
like
was going to say next to Will.
yeah, I don't look that big, but I've got really big bones. Like literally, like if you look at my hands and
That's
everything,
my excuse.
like I even though like I'm only 6 foot, but I've got like size 13 feet and stuff like that. So I'm actually like naturally big bone. So yeah, that's I reckon like probably that's why I'm a bit heavier than I look, but it is what it is. I'm trying to stay middleweight. I don't want to go to light heavyweight. I'm too short. But if I have to, we'll see.
Hopefully, with all the running you're doing, you must be keeping your weight down.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to, as I said, like I'm trying to stay as lean as possible. So, because that's as I said, like everyone's gonna like take some time off for train. Like the intensity of their training is gonna be like less. But I just want to keep up. So when it's time for me to fight, they're gonna have to do double the work, triple the work, and they probably won't have time to do that work. And even if they do, I'm gonna put that work in, if not more. And I already done more work during the lockdown than them. So I'm just gonna be ahead of them. That's the only thing in my head, just to be ahead of everyone. Yeah.
What are your top tips for, non-fighters, just people who are sitting at home? How should they be staying active? What advice would you give to people?
There, like you go online, there's so many home workouts you can do. Obviously running and try to push yourself. I know not everyone, like I like to push myself to like death, mate. Like I really like to kill myself when I do my training. Not everyone, but here and there you can try to push yourself. Obviously your food, try to watch like your diet and stuff. And yeah, just go if you're lucky enough to have a garden, just go out, like just hang out there a little bit more. And yeah, just Google home workouts, because there's so many new stuff now like so many workouts on the internet that you can get yourself a new session every day.
I'm loving doing Zoom workouts. Like the fact that they're live and somebody's there as well. Like when you're doing YouTube, you kind of your form can slip, but if there's
Yeah, yeah,
someone there telling you like, no, keep that hand up or whatever, like it's
yeah, yeah. We're doing
more
parties too,
interactive.
so because it gets really boring. So like everyone will go to the house party and Zoom at like 10 in the evening, like 10 at night. Everyone's on there.
Boozing,
Pardon?
boozing.
But yeah, well, everyone else is drinking. I don't drink. I don't really drink, but yeah, Everyone, all my friends are drinking. So yeah, but yeah, it's fun, and we're so lucky that we have like the technology to do it now. Like imagine
Yeah.
like 100 years ago they did the same thing and they didn't have the technology. So that's imagine that must have been horrible. So yeah.
Yeah, it would have been horrendous. And what did you think of Scott Coker and Bellator paying everybody who'd obviously they were the promotion that cancelled an event after the weigh-in, which was obviously devastating for all the people who'd made weight, but an amazingly brave call for them to make to kind of put everyone's safety ahead of the money they would have made from the event, and then they paid everyone as well.
Yeah, 100%. It just shows how great Bellator is. Like it really does. Like that's why I just love being with them. Like they when you're there, like they really look after you, and you can. It just feels a little bit different. Like I've been, oh yeah. It just I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it's a great thing to do. That's why fight is like going to Bellator, and that's why a lot of fighters from other organizations keep going to Bellator because we
Yeah.
looked after very well. So yeah, yeah. I think it's great. I hope is going to change in the future, as in like other organizations would do it as well, because I believe that a lot of organizations and stuff they look off they don't really take care of the fires as much as they should. If you get what I mean, because we're
Yeah.
not, we're not employees, we contractors, so it works a bit differently. So but yeah, nice. It's a great thing, 100%.
And what about if Scott Coker bought an island? Would you be up for fighting on a Bellator island?
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Anywhere. It doesn't have to be an island. It can be garage. It can be in the street. I don't care. Just get me a fight. That's how. Like I really don't mind. Let me. I just want to. That's why I'm training. So as soon as there's an opportunity, I'm like, cool. Let's go. Let's do it. So yeah.
How long would it take you to be ready if everything went back to normal tomorrow? How long would you need to, like spar and sharpen your range and stuff like that?
I don't know. Again, it depends on my coaches, like what they think, and but if I go into a fight, like I want to be like ready. Like
Yeah,
I don't wanna just go in just for the sake of it. Like I want to achieve something great, and what I don't want to do is I just take a fight without enough preparation.
yeah,
And like okay, for the fight, and let's say I lose, which I don't want to. Obviously, it happens. It happens to everyone, but I just don't want that to happen to me. So that's why I
yeah.
just want to make sure that if I go into a fight, I have enough time and I know that I feel good. Like I know that cool, I'm ready to be someone else. Yeah.
Does that stop you accepting last minute changes of opponent?
Not really. Luckily, I haven't really had it yet. I had when I was amateur. When I was an amateur, that's when it
Happens
that's
a
when it happened.
lot, yeah.
Yeah, and I took short notice fights as well when I was an amateur. But luckily in pro, it hasn't happened yet. Usually, because if it's a big show, people will want to fight. You get what I mean? Because you're getting paid as well. So in amateur, like I had a fight when a guy pulled out. Literally, so I got to the show. It was on 5 star as well. Once, and they were like, "Oh, I'm really sorry." The guy just called us. They can't, and they were still like Raj, who runs 5 star. He was really trying to help, and unfortunately, obviously, it couldn't work out. So,
Yeah.
but luckily, when you're in these leagues, like most people, like top leagues, people will want to fight because that's their living for a lot of people and stuff like that. So you kind of don't want to
Yeah,
miss
and
out
they
on it.
know that if they let Bellator down, that they might not get another opportunity.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So that's why a lot of people. That's why to be fair, I like it because they bring people in there. They're like I need to do my best. Like I have to be this person up. Like they train so hard to be the best version of themselves because they
Yeah.
know that this can be their moment. And when I beat a guy like that, I'm like, cool. Like I feel good now. Like I know he tried his best, and it kind of wasn't enough. So yeah.
And you said that you'll fight anywhere, but you must have somewhere that's like bucket list
Oh
of
yeah,
places that you'd like
Japan,
to fight.
Japan, 100%. I went there with when Paige was fighting there. I was out there with him, and oh my gosh, it just yeah, that they them and the Irish are like they literally the two and different ends of the
Opposites, yeah.
but they were great as well. Like even the people even like recognized me and took pictures with me, and I was like, Like yeah, he was so yeah. They just great. And then
What
yeah.
is it like when they're so quiet? Is
Oh,
it strange?
I don't. To be honest with you, I was so into the fight I was so into Paige's fight that I didn't really pay attention to it. But I watched a few other fights, and it's like you can hear everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's amazing as well. And also, again, with the Irish, you can't hear anything. So it's like I remember when I was fighting, I can always hear my coaches, and I like I could probably hear like 30% of what they were shouting because it was so loud. And in Japan, like I was like, you can hear everything. It's so quiet. So like even if like when you bounce on the cage or move on the cage, like on the canvas, you can always like hear like the little like yeah everything. So it's amazing, and just the
on
whole
the
atmosphere.
TV, on the
Sorry,
TV,
yeah,
it sounds like the very first fight of the night when there's no like when it's empty and you can hear everything. That's how it sounds when it's full.
yeah, that's what it is. To be fair, yeah, I like it though. I like the sound. It kind that's why I like watching fights. That's why like when I watch fights, I like hearing it because it kind of gives me a little PTSD. Like I'm like I can. It's weird. It's hard. Like when you hear that kind of sound. Like I love being in there. So like I can smell everything. Like the feeling and yeah, like I can feel the canvas. Like now that I'm talking about it, I can literally like it feels like I'm standing on the canvas. Like I can hear the sound of the mat and everything. So it's
I
amazing.
can see how passionate you are about it and how excited you are to fight.
Yeah, this is my life since I was a kid. Like this is what I've been dreaming about. So I'm just yeah, I'm grateful that I can do that for a living now. Like I can just focus on fighting, and that's why I want to go back in there. Like when you win a fight, that's like the best feeling in the world. Imagine the best feeling you've ever had in your life. Just think about that. Times it by 10,000. That's what it feels like. So I would be silly to say like I don't want to go back in there because once you win, especially on a big stage, like she like it feels really good. Yeah.
I will say my walkout to my fight was the best moment of my life. So I can kind of imagine that like multiplied by a million in the kind of arenas and stuff that you've done it in. It must
it,
just be mind blowing.
it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. Especially like when you clock like I was literally talking to my teammate, and even he was saying like, because I brought something up, and it was like, yeah, I was actually like last night I was thinking about it, how lucky you are. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just so grateful because imagine, yeah, like at 20, like look, not a lot of people can go through that. Like, and our no, kind of even my Hungary fight was kind of on main card because I was the only prelim fight. I was the only prelim MMA fight. So when I was out there, everything was packed. In the States, I was a main card.
That
Uh,
got moved to the main card, didn't
yeah,
it? Didn't it get moved?
yeah,
That
yeah.
must have
Unfortunately,
been such an experience.
yeah, it was. It was just like, unfortunately, someone had a car accident, which I didn't even clock it. So I was just posted like, yeah, guys, I'm a main card, woo! And then after the fight, I was like, yeah, like someone had a car accident. But like, it was like, cool, I'm a main card, and I'm super ill. It's like I can't even leave. I can't even get out of bed. Uh, So yeah, that was great in Dublin as well. I think like the last week or so, like last 2 weeks, they moved me up to the main card. That was amazing as well. So yeah, I'm just grateful for everything that's happening to me. Obviously this stuff like I got signed to Bellator like 2 years ago. I had two fights, which is a bit annoying. But everything's for a reason. So yeah, I'm just grateful for everything that has happened to me so far.
Well, I really hope that all of this is soon behind us as soon as possible and we see you in there soon. Is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to before we go?
Yeah, so obviously Dom, my manager, is amazing. He got me the interview as well,
Hi,
and
Dom.
yeah, and obviously all my teammates and everyone, like yeah, and you as well. Everyone who's watching it, yeah, thank you.
It's so lovely to speak to someone so genuinely passionate for the sport and just like I can see how excited you are even talking about these memories.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, well, as I said, this is my life. Like, if my coach said like, this is one more thing. Like, when I was gonna go to college, well, I went to college, but I was like, shall I do like, what shall I do? And he sat me down and he was like, listen, what do you want to do? He was like, you can do whatever, but if you're passionate about something, like you're not gonna work a day in your life and stuff. And my dad's been saying that since I was a kid as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I just love this sport, and I'm just so grateful. As I said, like. I'm living my best life, so it would be.
Oh,
I wouldn't like if I wasn't as passionate about it as I am, then I didn't deserve it. I don't think I would. Yeah,
yeah. Well, I 100% believe you. I'd love to talk to you again when your next fight's lined up, and
sounds good.
we can talk about your opponent and what you're going to do to him.
All right, sounds good.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Norbert
Thank
Novenyi, everybody.
you for having me. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.